Hey guys, Nod Lammers here with Invoked 101, and today we're taking a look at my brand new Shaddoll Invoked deck profile. I'm a little late to the party. This has been played at the UDS, this has been played at YCS Europe, it's been played at the Team YCS, so this is seeing a ton of play, and I have never seen a deck get so much diversity in like the first 2 weeks that's ever come out of. And I'm not gonna lie, I am not the biggest fan of Shaddoll Invoked. Like, not as a strategy, it just doesn't work for me. Something about it just doesn't like me. So maybe when I play it a little bit more, I'll end up liking it more. But for now, Mech Knight Invoked is still my boy. But you know, we got to take a look at it. This is what I've come up with for it. It's a pretty standard list. As far as I think, I don't have a side deck for this yet because I haven't played it at many events. Specifically, none of them, not even the locals yet, because I wanted to get this build just how I like it. So, but yeah. Before we get into this deck profile, down in the description there's a link to our Patreon, our Teespring, our Ko-fi, our Cash App, and our Discord. So if you feel like chatting with us or supporting the channel, that's all down there in the description. And with that said, I'm going to move the extra deck and the spells and traps out of the way. We'll get right into the main deck monsters. We're also using a brand new lighting system, so if the video looks better, let me know down in the description. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Alright, so starting us off, of course, we have 3 Alistair the Invoker. This searches your, basically what is your polymerization. He's also the one of the only normal summons, if not the normal summon of the deck. Really good, just overall great card. You guys know how much I like Alistair. I'm using the supers in this one because it looks like he's out of a structure deck, so I thought it was funny. I thought it looked good with the rest of the deck. After that, we have Shaddoll Wendy. This is one of the new Shaddolls, a very good card indeed. When she's sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck in face down defense. Basically use that to summon Ariel, who is this one. And Ariel has the effect of when she's flipped, you get a special summon a banished Shaddoll, and when she's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you get to banish a 3 cards from the graveyard. So pretty cool card overall. But yeah, these two are some of the new Shadolls, and they make the deck function a little bit better. But yeah, those are the main good cards in the deck. Basically, this and this, that's like full combo right here. This guy is full combo. Squamata, if you don't know what he does, when he's sent to the graveyard, he sends another Shaddoll card from deck to grave, except for Squamata, which is pretty nice. Hedgehog, when sent from deck to graveyard, you get a search a Shaddoll monster, and when flip face up, you get a search a Shaddoll monster. But yeah, we're playing 3 squat, 2 Hedgehog, because Hedgehog isn't as good. 2 Beast, because Beast draws cards, so he's pretty good. And 1 Dragon as our last Shaddoll. Dragon is really good. It pops back row when sent to the graveyard, and when flipped, gets to target a card and return it to the hand. So, yeah, this is our only main deck out to things, really. So, yeah, that's it for the main Shaddoll part. Then we also have 3 Damage Juggler. I know some people only play 2. I like 3. You want to see light targets. You really do, especially going first, because this is a go first deck, strangely enough. But yeah, Damage Juggler is really good. You send it, banish it, search a card. Just dope card overall. 1 Trick Clown, because it's light, so it's like you're playing 4 Damage Jugglers, because this searches a card, this special summons itself back, and the card that you're usually going to search off Damage Juggler is this. So either way, you get a bonus level 4 if you use Damage Juggler or Trick Clown. The only one that won't give you a bonus level 4 is Hat Tricker, but that's okay because he's a Garnet. And after that, we have the only 2 hand traps in the deck, which is Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. A lot of people don't play a lot of hand traps in this. I think Ash at 2 is fine. In this, you can play 3. This is a 42 card deck, I believe. So yeah. Ash at 2 is fine. You can make it 43 if you want to play the 3rd Ash. I won't say anything. No one will, because 3 Ash is still good. So yeah. And also it makes Purgatrio. But yeah, that's it for the main deck monsters. I know I kind of blew through these, but I figured you guys have seen a lot of this deck profile already, being that it's a very strange deck overall in the way that it functions. But yeah, that's Shaddoll Invoked. Moving into the spells and traps. 3 Shaddoll Fusion, because you always want to see a fusion spell opening up. I have secrets, but those are for my extras. Those are for my engine version of Shaddoll, so using the structure deck supers, because why not? They look just as good. Then we're also playing triple L Shaddoll Fusion, basically for the same reason. This also lets you fuse on your opponent's turn, which is really cool. So that way you can make like Winda, you can do other stuff with it. Very cool card. 3 Invocation. Again, you do actually want to see this in your opening hand, because it is a fusion spell. It's basically polymerization. And before I move on, I'm not maining Super Poly in this deck. I thought about it, And while, like, yes, you can, I just couldn't find the space for it. Like, you can play 44, and I think the next 2 cards would be Super Poly, like 2 minimum. But I think Super Poly relegated to the side deck is perfectly fine in this strategy. We also have 3 Magical Meltdown, which is like the best card in this whole deck. Basically, it says your opponent can't respond to Cross Sheep whenever you fusion. It also searches Alistair, which searches Invocation, so very good card overall. And of course, Terraforming to play that. This is your main starter, one of your main starters, because Alistair just gets everything done. 2 Instant Fusion. I'm not a big fan of Instant Fusion, like, as a card. I'm not saying, like, I hate it. I'm not a big fan of playing it. But in this deck, it's actually pretty cool because you can Instant Fusion out Kaliga, link Kaliga with Alistair into Cross Sheep, and then you can bring back, once you fusion summon, you can bring back Kaliga with the other thing and overlay it because it's a level 4. You can also Instant Fusion out the Kaliga under the Cross Sheep to revive other things. You're basically using this to summon a guy under Cross Sheep, but yeah, it's also pretty good just as a card. If you have Millennium Eyes, you play Millennium Eyes with this as well. 1 Foolish, because this is, it turns on any Shaddoll. So basically what you do is you just send any Shaddoll with this, and it gets its effect. It's simple as that. And 2 Called By. These could be Super Polys, I'm not going to lie to you. These could be Super Polys if you want them to be. I prefer Called By because this deck, getting hit with a hand trap, like DD Crow, the Alistair, it hurts. So I wanted to play the Called Bys in here. But if you want to play the Super Polys instead, go for it, play Super Poly instead. And after that, the trap is 2 Shaddoll Incarnation. So the issue I was running into was I kept drawing it in like test hands and stuff, and you need this to pop off with the full combo to loop your constructs. So that's why I'm playing 2 of them. But yeah, that's the big, this new card is very cool. It says, target 1 Shaddoll monster in your graveyard, special summon it in face up or face down defense. But the main effect you're using it for is its banish effect, where it says, change 1 face down monster you control to face up defense. You banish it in a Shaddoll, and then you flip the card face up. I could honestly see this being played in like a weird Shaddoll sub-terror deck. If that ever happens, which would be kind of strange. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. And like I said, I know I'm blowing through this, but I figured you guys have already seen this. So here comes the cool part, the extra deck, of course. 2 Construct. I think 2 Construct is mandatory in Shaddoll Invoked just because it's the main way that you get stuff started. It's a very good card, and it gets everything going. It foolishes. It does so much for your deck. And then we also have 2 Winda. I like playing this one because it's shiny, but I also like the alternate art. So, but yeah, 2 Winda, basically because you will always go into 2. I've never had a moment where like you don't go into 2, and I've never seen anyone not use 2. So it's better to have it, especially since a lot of stuff is dark. It's better to have the dark fusion than anything else. Also, Winda is good, so it doesn't hurt. 1 Apokalone. This card is really cool. It's basically a negator. So why it's face up, it negates the other card. As long as that card is face up, and then if this dies, what you get to do is take a Shaddoll card from your deck and either send it to the graveyard or add it to your hand, and then discard a Shaddoll card. So that's very cool because you can like ditch fusions. You can search fusions and ditch the monsters. Vice versa. You can ditch Incarnation off of it. It's a very good card overall. And so this is Shekanaga. Not everyone plays Shekanaga. This is also supposed to be a Secure Gardna. I figured I should let you guys know that it should be a Secure Gardna. The only issue is that this is in my Mech Knight Invoke deck, and apparently I only have 1. I should have more, but I only found the 1, so I'm just playing the Shek in place of it currently. Then we have Mechaba, because it's an Invoke deck. What would an Invoke deck be without Mechaba? 1 Purgatrio to make with the Ash. Ragin not only as a win target, because sometimes you're forced to make Ragin, which a lot of people, like, if you fuse from the hand, you have the option to make Winda or Ragin. So, and then 1 Kaliga, because all the Shaddolls are dark, and this gives you a 3rd copy of Winda, essentially. Also, Winda Kaliga is rude and, like, hard to play through, so. Then we have 1 Dweller, because Dweller is busted in this format. 1 Almirage, because it turns, you turn Alistair into this, and then turn this into Secure Gardner, and that makes Alistair 1-card Mechaba. 1 Alistair the Meltdown Invoker, because we can make it. 2 monsters with different types and attributes. You can use Hat Tricker to make this. You can use Wendy, which is a Psychic. You can use Ariel. You can do a lot of different stuff with that. So then we have Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep is really good in this deck. This is the deck where it really shines. Lets you bring back a level 4 when you fusion summon under it. And of course with Cross Sheep, we are playing Boral Sword. I don't have a Appaloosa, so Boral Sword is what I'm playing. But yeah, that's my full extra deck. Like I said, Sheki is supposed to be a secure Gardna, so you can do the 1-card Mechaba combo, but I couldn't find a second one. The second I find another one, I'm going to be switching that out. But yeah, that is my Invoked Shaddoll deck profile. I hope you guys like this, because I worked a little... It took way too long to like test this out and try it out. Honestly, I think with the amount of Shaddoll Invoked going around, and when I do take this to locals, I think I am going to probably cut the... I'm probably going to cut Rush Shaddoll down to 1 and play the Called over this. And then I might just play 43 with the 2 Called by and the 2 Super Poly with cutting this to 1. So I think that might be what I end up doing. But yeah, with that said, that is it for the deck profile. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this, because like I said, I did work pretty hard on this. I like Invoked, and this is the future, I guess. The future is now. And this deck is winning. This deck is crazy. The stuff that this deck does is pretty cool. It is a very nice kind of stun combo control deck. It's a very strange spot where it's in, because it has quite a bit of like combo plays, but it also does it can control lock or like stun lock your opponent pretty hard with Winda and Kaliga. So it's in a very strange spot of how its playstyle is. I think that's why I'm having some trouble with it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought about this deck in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.